for have a chance to get here and learn everything from here. So thank you very much.
Greetings, venerables, brothers and sisters. I am Douglas Shipton. I come from Canada. I have started to undertake the Mindfulness Masters from IBSC. It is a fantastic experience, and I'm very happy that we have been able to have this opportunity to come to Plum Village. It is an absolute amazing experience. And I'd like to say that everybody here at Plum Village, your community is wonderful, and you should feel very proud of what you guys have established here. It is an amazing experience. It helps bring people to experience mindfulness and truly live in the present moment. It is something that I know I'm going to cherish in my heart for many years to come. And I hope I'll have the opportunity to come back again to experience this wonderful experience once again. The food is fantastic, and you guys have spread the message of peace and the first precept, do no harm, by just simply serving pure vegan food. And the way of life is so peaceful and calm. It is hard to ignore how beautiful and mindful everyone here truly is. Thank you everyone for making this great community. Thank you.
Dear Venerable, dear friends, so thank you for all of you to practice together very well of loving speech and deep listening. And we still have almost half an hour for the session of Dharma sharing. And there are still many of us who have not yet shared. But if any of you have a question, you can also ask the question due to the practice or the living, mindful living in Club Village. So the question we will put it in the middle of the circle. So we will try to avoid the conversation personally between one body and another one body. So we try to share all of the sharing into the circle. So when we have the circle like this, it's like an opportunity so that we will open something inside ourselves to everybody as a member of the one family of Dharma brothers and sisters. So I really appreciate all the sharing and all the practice of listening deeply. So there are somebody who practice listen deeply in silence for a long time. And if there is something inside of you, it will be very nice to for us to hear. Yeah. Also, there are something about the practice and the Dhamma talk this morning, so you can share or you can ask too, please.
So, Namaskaran all of the venerables here, and also good afternoon, all of the Dhamma sister and brothers, and all of those who participate in this trip today. This is my first time coming here as well to this monastic community as the Mahayana tradition. And I'm very delighted that I had the opportunity to bring the students in my class here, the Multicultural Society. And I feel really thankful and appreciate that all of you have shared the wisdom without even talking. You show us the way you living. You give, you share your loving kindness. Anything that I have a question, I go and ask, and it's filled with the kindness. I can feel, and also the way of practice in daily life to bring mindfulness in everything that we do, every action, without the form, without the traditional form only, or in the meditation room only. So from listening to the brother talks last night, it also changed my perception in practicing. The circle that I saw, he said that his master draw a circle without having the intention to make it perfect. So he just had the mindfulness during drawing it. And so I had a question to myself. So who am I? Why I always try to make everything perfect, and it suffers sometimes. And I learned, and my perception has changed from that wisdom that I learned from here. And when we walk, the brother shared that we don't have to focus on the success part of walking. We just have to enjoy the process of walking, being at the present moment of walking. We don't need to worry about the destination or the path that we have walked already. So the real successful is just the present moment, enjoying the walking. And I think that not only me, but everyone learned the wisdom from this monastic community. And we feel very equal. Brothers and sisters, monks, nuns, we feel that you treat us very nice and equally. And it's just been a really graceful experience. And hopefully that next year we will come back again. Thank you so much. So if there is anyone in the class would like to share, yes, please.
Okay, good afternoon, venerables, brother and sister. So my name is Pramahai Virasak Apinan Taveti. This time is my third time for coming here, and it's not last time. Maybe I will come here again and again, I think, in the future. Why? Because here is like my feelings like the second home. The first step that I step here, I feel like I arrive home. I feel like brother and sister here, I feel like a member of the family here. From smile, kindness, compassion, and also the food. I really like the food here because so in Thai we say like a rot pha tham. You know, rot pha tham is like the taste from the Dhamma, but here it's like a taste the food from brother and sister. So it's really good, and also the environment here very peaceful. I really like. So I also tell my friend that, so if you cannot see me in my temple, in university, two things. The first, I die, and the second things, I'm here. That's I tell my friends. And our coming here, uh, multiculturalism subject, and also uh, seminar on Buddhist, on peace. Yes, living in this community, I feel that we have two things that we have learned. The first thing is conflict management, and the second one is the peace. Two things is was processed by mindfulness, because if we have conflicts, there is no mindfulness. But if we have mindfulness, there is no conflicts. But here, it's like a peaceful community. Brother and sister live together, peaceful harmony. So you can show from your face, your activity, joy together. This is the great tool to protect the conflicts that I want everyone to adapt, to learn this activity. And also in Thai temple, sometimes we have a lot of conflicts. But here, I think that there are many brother and sister, but look like no conflicts because they join the activity together, communicate peacefully, speak each other, join together. So that's why I think here is like a role model for Thai temple to adapt this activity, right? And I think brother and sister here like the flower in front of me, smile, blooms, and really beautiful. And beautiful mind. Yes. And so I think next year or the future, I will, if possible, I will bring my students to come here next year or in the near future. And also last time I bring my PhD in peace study in Thai program, about 6 students, and they reflect that, they told me that, Ajahn, please let me know if Ajahn come here again. I will come. I will come. It said that they can bring the knowledge or wisdom or the skill from here, to integrate in their family and also their company. Like the sound of the bell, in every 15 minutes, we have to stop, right? Even though we eat, we have to stop. And also they can adapt this activity to practice in daily life. No sound of the bell, but they use the traffic lights, red light or the green light, and then they come back to remind to mindfulness to in their daily life. So that's wonderful place, wonderful activity, wonderful community that I have to learn from brother and sister. And also thank you so much, brother and sister here, and also every student from peace study and mindfulness master student. And thank you so much. Sadhu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Suthida Patlit. This is the first time I come here. I'm not surprising when everyone said they come to Palm Village and they will come again. I will come again in the next time. This is the place for peaceful. The first place you can see in this dining hall, even the simple room, but it's a peaceful. It's not decorate on the table of the Buddha. I feel peaceful, and I think everyone feeling like me, and I appreciate the brother and sister. They are also take care of us very well. We enjoy. We like the way you treat, the way you talk, and the way you give the lecture to us. What I learned from this program last night from Venerable, they says the circle is not perfect. I think, okay, this is a change my mind answer. And in the morning class, Venerable Junaidi, he told us focus on my mind. And another things I appreciate and very like the bell, the sound of bell. This is a teach me for awareness, everything, even work, eating, or everything, and I can apply in daily life. And the funnels, I have to thank you very much to all participants to come and learn together. And thank you, staff, lecturer, and the brother and sister. And I promise I will come again with my friends. Thank you very much.
Dear respected dear brother, sister, at the first time, I want to say thank you to our Buddha because he gave me and all of us a great family, spiritual family, and combined with Theravada tradition and Mahayana tradition. And this is also the first time I have a chance to sit with the most venerable from Theravada tradition. And I see, I'm very touched when I see you wear the yellow robe, as same as I can see the Buddha. And I think when I can touch the nature of the Buddha inside me, and I can touch the nature of the Buddha in everyone surrounding me, and the mindfulness guide my friend can support me to touch the nature. And I remember Luang Pu said that when we touch one thing with deep awareness, we can touch everything. So every day I try to compact myself and touch the suffering and happiness inside. So I feel, even though in the past my mother passed away, but I feel I can find another mother. This is mindfulness because mindfulness can take care for my suffering and happiness. And this mother, without discrimination, can nourish happiness for her children and can recover the suffering for her children, even though her children lovely or not. So the mother can help the children, can live in meaningful way. And I see I'm very lucky when I have a chance to become a nun and can live in Thailand. because sometimes I feel เมืองไทย look like my hometown, and I love the way Thai people can keep culture and can develop Buddhism in the country, and I want to support for my country is Vietnam to develop the culture of Buddhism like Thailand. And thank you for listening.
Dear respected, dear noble community, dear big venerable monks, dear friends, I ask permission to share a little bit. Um, I am very happy to see big venerable monks here, and it's our pleasure to have a chance to sit together with all of you. It is rare to have a chance like that, and we know that with NCU Sporting and big venerable monks supporting, we can live here very well and practice meditation without obstacles. And I am in gratitude to Thai people. Always come here and try with us in this path. Our Thai said that in Sutta discourse on the middle way, Buddha said because it is because that is. So we know that because your present there, so because our present here is easy to practice. Just that my sharing, and thank you to big venerable monks and to lay friends. Thank you.
Dear Ratibete, dear remote venerables, dear our beloved friends, thank you for coming and supporting our Sangha here during the time here. We are brothers and sisters here. We are very young and we miss our teacher a lot, but the most are you to come here to bring the big happiness to be with us during the time here, and we are so happy when we look at you because you are practicing in mindfulness peacefully, and we feel that our teacher in you and you are in me. If we are practicing in mindfulness, breathing in, breathing out, and to be in present moment to observe the thing around us. And we are so happy with our friends to come here. And yesterday we bring our friend to go to bow our teacher and to take the name tag to I feel our teacher very happy. I hope all of the Venerable to come here again to support our brother and sister here because we are very youngest. And when we saw of you to come here and met our brother and sister very stronger happiness. And sometimes we practice in mindfulness, but we are with our teacher too much. If you come here again to support our younger brother and sister here, we think we are holding hand to be in the line and follow our teacher to practice in mindfulness. Thank you all of you to come in and to support our Sangha here. Thank you very much.
So thank you for the sharing of the sisters. We still have, yeah, actually the time of Dharma sharing session is finished, but I don't know if there will be any of you who would like to share. However, this night we will have another chance to be together in the activity which is called being. So it's a new word. It's just created in Tamilish. Be in is mean being in the circle, inside together. So if you would like to share something more, you can also keep it for sharing tonight. And if any of you already shared, you can also share tonight. And there will be some performance or sharing of the Dharma song by our brother and sister. I hope you enjoy it. So thank you again for all of you for your wholeheartedly practicing in mindful listening and mindful speech, loving speech. So all of your sharing is touched my mind a lot. Like Ajahn Virasak just shared, I felt it's something very connected to myself because firstly I am but a young novice in a Thai temple. I study in Naktam and Pali, and I found a lot of the Buddha's teaching very marvelous, very deep, but it's very difficult for me also to get to understand it or to how to adapt in the daily life. And by chance, I get to know that the book of Thai, our teacher, Venerable Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh, and in Vietnamese we call him Thai, which means teacher. So I'm not yet know about the tradition of Buddhism, Mahayana or Theravada or somehow, but who is him, but I found that the teaching he wrote in the book is something quite close from what I have learned in my tradition, in my monastery, but somehow the way of explanation is very simple and clear. And I found out that all of this wonderful teaching of the Buddha we can apply to the daily life very concrete and very effective. So after that, I have chance to come to the retreat of Tham Village and come to the center. In the past, we have the temporary center somewhere else, around 20 minutes from here. So first time I came, somehow I am but a young novice and I have not much experience. So I have some irritation, like I am from the other tradition and the Tham Village monks and nuns, they belong to Mahayana, or something like that. And I have some barrier, so I don't want to get into this another space. So I would like to spare something to keep respect. But somehow the brothers and the sisters of Tamil just receive me as I am one of the Sangha member of them. So that is the first impression that everybody just call me brother, like I am in the same family. And actually, we are in the Dharma family of the Buddha. So the more I live with plant village, and I found out that actually this teaching, this practice is actually quite the same thing we share in general, in common in all Buddhist tradition. So living with plant village, I learned more deeply uh, the way how to bring up this original teaching of the Buddha, which exists in both Theravada and Mahayana in a way that uh, quite close to my life, to our daily life more and more. So I feel like we are brothers and sisters from 10 directions, from northern and southern transmission of Mahayana and Theravada, and now we come back together to join together again in the same uh, lineage of the Buddha. So that is a great feeling, and uh, many of these practice of Tamilish can complement and help us to understand and to practice deeper in the practice of Theravada. And we have a very good condition to be together because of uh, Thai Buddhism also is a kind of foundation to receive this Sangha, this new Dharma door of Tamilish, because of in Thailand we have this foundation of Buddhism very strong and very open to receive the new thing. And I found out that the Tamilish can stay very well in Thailand because of the support from Thai people, from Thai Buddhism, from Thai monastic, especially from MCU University. And I used to attend to retreat that our teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, have in MCU. So I used to stay and slept with brothers and sisters to have the retreat there twice in 2011 and 2013. So we have a very good connection with each other, and because of the support of MCU to help this center grow very well, and our brother and sister from Vietnam and from the other country around the world can live very peacefully in Thailand here because of your support. And also, even you belong to other tradition, but because of this practice of mindfulness and Buddhism, like in Ajahn Chah's tradition, in Luang Por Puttata's tradition, in any tradition that give the foundation of mindful practicing, it is the foundation for Thai people to share and to come across any of the sense of the centers, as we have the same original teaching of the Buddha. So we feel that we are in each other, and we are happy to support and to be with each other and support each other. I remember once in a retreat in MCU, our teacher used to say that if we look deeply in Theravada, you will see that there is Mahayana in it. And if you look deeply in Mahayana, you will see also Theravada inside of it. So we interact. And I'm very happy to receive all of you, all the venerables and lay friends from Thailand or from somewhere else in the world. Even we are Buddhist or non-Buddhist, however, we are the same people in this same world. So we are somehow the brothers and the sisters of 10 directions. And thank you again for the practice of you to be in peace, in mindfulness while we listening and speaking. And this is a way we can be mindful and solve the conflict by understand deeply what is inside of us and what inside of the other also. Sometime in our community, we also have some problem and conflict, but because of we learn how to be mindful, how to stop uh, from time to time, and how to listen deeply inside of us as same as the other. So in this way, it's like a way of life, a way of our daily life that help us to be better, to solve better the problem in the peaceful way. So I think this is something we are in depth from our great teacher, Lord Buddha, and with his lineage, and come to recently our spirit of the teaching and practice is alive in each of us. So we continue to help it grow up by practicing together, learning from each other, and sharing together like this. Like in this circle, which is full of peace, friendship, and loving kindness. So I would like to end this session by again coming back to our breathing, listening to three sound of the bell, and establish our solidity, our awareness, and who would like to share something, we still have the session of Be In tonight, so we will see together here in this hall. So now I would like to invite all of you to listen to these three sounds of the bell. So you can insert your legs and massage a little bit after sitting for a while. So after listening to the bell, it's like a little bit short break for us to relax a little bit the posture. And after listening to the small sound of the bell, the next small sound, we will stand up together and bow to each other and bow to our teacher, Lord Buddha, and also the Buddha inside of us and in the 10 directions.